to say that I keep one-upping him. I didn't find these chaps. This Aubrey found them, and they've been here for a while, you know. That's a Nyala, it looks like they've eaten. And that Nyala bull has been dead for some time. He was saying it smells a little bit like his foot. And so pretty disgusting, but what an incredible morning. 2 male lions with a female. There's the Birmingham boy. So I think these are all the Birminghams we've seen in one day, which is very unusual. Very lucky we are. And lions actually doing something. Now she, of course, has taken to eating the rather distasteful innards of the hapless Nyala bull that died here. And I suppose it might be likened to eating haggis for breakfast. You can just maybe make out the sound of him growling. And every time one of them moves, you see, this is where interesting lions are. You know, we tend to think of them living in teams. It's calling a little bit, but they will fight over food. They really are appalling at sharing their food with each other. It's a delightful morning. Right, so just to reiterate, I mean, I don't know, I'm going to assume that this female is the other Nkuhuma pride male who was around earlier, or has been around here, and because I know they saw 3 females yesterday. And I think what you'll find is that the other 2 we saw were perhaps members of the Nkuhuma pride as well, and that this is the 3rd. We know that there's one sitting on Torchwood with her little babies. So I wonder where the 5th one is, quite possibly giving birth somewhere. And you hear him growling. It sounds a little bit like this hippo. That's the male growling. And he's growling at his mate, or his friend, in theory, who's now coming round the right-hand side of the bush. And way in the distance, I just love that sound, and it's so unusual to hear in this area for some reason. The gorgeous sound of baboons alarm calling. And in the background you can hear a crested barbet going about its day, and it's always so interesting to me, you know, we have this, well, I mean, it's almost a tragedy in the Nyala world, but the lions carry on eating in this pretty sort of vicious fashion, but behind and all around us, the world just carries on. So that little bit is not too worried about the fate of the Nyala. Hello, Donna. You're in Rhode Island, and please do remember, everybody, to tell us where you're from. It's so nice to hear where we're hearing from. We had Las Vegas today. We've got Rhode Island now. And Donna, you say, is this unusual? No, it's not. It's exciting. It's not common, but it's not unusual. So I mean, these eat, you know, probably every 3 or 4 days or so.